Defensive jihad, in contrast with offensive jihad, is the defense of Muslim communities. Islamic tradition holds that when Muslims are attacked, then it becomes obligatory for all Muslims of that land to defend against the attack. At least one verse in the Qur'an mentioned defense. Background: the notion of defensive jihad is derived from certain passages in the Qur'an, among others Al-Baqarah verses 190 to 193. Fight in the cause of Allah those who fight you, but do not transgress, for Allah loves not the transgressor. Fight in the way of Allah against those who fight against you, but begin not hostilities. Lo, Allah loveth not aggressors. And slay them wherever ye find them, and drive them out of the places whence they drove you out, for persecution is worse than slaughter. And fight not with them at the inviolable place of worship until they first attack you there, but if they attack you then slay them. Such is the reward of disbelievers. But if they desist, then lo, Allah is forgiving, merciful, and fight them until persecution is no more, and religion is for Allah. But if they desist, then let there be no hostility except against wrongdoers. In his famous fatwa, Defense of the Muslim Land, the first obligation after Iman, Abdullah Yusuf Azam made the distinction of offensive jihad, which at the very least requires the sending of an army at least once a year to terrorize the enemies of Allah, from defensive jihad, involving the expelling the kafir from our land, considered compulsory for every Muslim. By contrast, in liberal Islam it is sometimes argued that the Quranic obligation to fight the unbelievers must take into account the historical circumstances of the text's revelation, origins. The beginnings of jihad are traced back to the words and actions of Muhammad and the Qur'an. This encourages the use of jihad against non-Muslims. The Qur'an, however, never uses the term jihad for fighting in combat in the name of Allah. Qitl is used to mean fighting. Quote, according to Jonathan Berkey, jihad in the Quran may originally intended against Muhammad's local enemies, the pagans of Mecca or the Jews of Medina, but the Quranic statements supporting jihad could be redirected once new enemies appeared.